A letter to the superhuman. I will tell you with full honesty that there are a few mountains that await your arrival. The mountains of which I speak are reserved but for a few humans. In fact, the names of these humans were carved on its peaks. The names were written when these humans were born. Destiny does exist. There is a tendency to compare superhumans with mortals. And while it gives a dose of ego and confidence to the superhuman, such ego and confidence are mere fumes. Do not give ear to the comparisons between you and mere mortals, for it is not a fair comparison. All men may be created equal by way of flesh and blood, but the heart within them differs greatly. I will state a great truth. You have adopted the habits and behaviors of mortal men. Society is your enemy. You cannot afford to wear any of its colors. You cannot afford to wave its flag. Society is a vortex which consumes those who allow themselves to be consumed. One of the habits of society that you have inculcated is the oscillation between mind and no mind. There are those moments in your life in which you are lost. You are locked in. You are tuned in. You are a thoroughbred racing through rivers and mountains under an infinite sky. And then there are the moments in which you stutter, stagger, struggle and waver. You are captured by indecision and consumed by emotion. You engage in subtle conflicts and grasp at every straw in order to stay afloat. This is the disease that must be overcome in order to scale the next mountain that awaits you. You must be a thoroughbred at all times, even in the delicate posture of your slumber. I will share with you a secret. When the river runs at a constant rate, it feels no pain. But when it stops, it stagnates. It becomes a breeding ground for creatures big and small. It grows thick and hardens into something it is not. The conflicts, the indecision, the struggles, and all the pain are not the result of differences in opinion, or natural setbacks, or fluctuations of the mind, or any such thing. Understand this. To the naked eye, it appears that when there is a conflict, or problems, or stagnation, or struggles, that one must learn how to get over them, and how to deal with them. But the truth is that such things arise not because you don't know how to deal with them. They arise because you are not engaged. They arise because you are living in mind rather than no mind. A man sees a tsunami, and after the cataclysm has abated, he sails 10 miles offshore in search of that thing that created it. He finds nothing, and for the rest of his life he struggles in finding the answer. But what he never entertains is the possibility that the tsunami arose from a seaquake in the ring of fire. When speaking with someone, to be engaged in no mind. When opening the refrigerator, to be engaged in no mind. When performing, to be engaged in no mind. When speaking on the telephone, to be engaged in no mind. The steady movement of this river will keep away the creatures and the demons that lie forever in wait. I often find myself referring to a photograph I have downloaded onto my computer. It is a photo of a jaguar with eyes that pull you in. Eyes that are so completely locked in that it is overwhelmingly clear that in that moment there is nothing else in the world that exists. Dear superhuman, you must understand that being in the moment is not a spiritual luxury to spend decades working toward. Such is the path of mortals. The moment is the only way to live. It is the necessity of necessities. It is the practicalities of practicalities. It is not spiritual. It is superhuman. to be locked in, to be engaged, to be lost, to be oblivious to all but the thing, no matter the thing. This keeps the river flowing. This keeps you from stagnation. This keeps the creatures and the demons away. This will allow you to learn who you really are. This will allow you to stand witness to what you really have. To see things at a broad scope with one eye and on a microscopic level with the other. It is not talent that makes a man superhuman. It is the infinite access to that talent. It is not thinking that makes a man superhuman. It is turning off thought. It is not doing things for others that make a man superhuman. It is becoming so fulfilled within oneself that one becomes naturally available to do for others. It is not the trophy or the prize that makes a man superhuman. It is having figured out the game so completely that your eyes become set on loftier visions. Dear superhuman, there are 3 great obstacles that must be overcome. Do not underestimate the power of these foes, for they have consumed generations of men. 1 is attachment. 2 is need. 3 is prescriptions. I will not insult you by telling you simply to get over them. I will not belittle you by giving you a 5-step plan. I will, however, tell you that there is a way, a genuine way, an organic way, such that these foes will leave of their own accord. In getting through this turbulence, your skies will be clear forever. In scaling these mountains, you will have reached the heights of heights, and you will never in your life feel the need to search for anything again. Your glory awaits, young Jedi. Your talents have brought you to my attention, but there is much to do in order to hold the universe in the palm of your hand. Namaste.